You are here because something feels wrong. You are dealing with someone who makes you question your own reality. They are not a child throwing a tantrum. They are calculated, they are patient, and they are targeting you because you have something they envy: stability, empathy, and resources. We are not talking about simple arrogance today. We are talking about a pathology that seeks to consume you. Here are the 3 habits that reveal the true nature of a sophisticated narcissist. Most people look for the loud, obvious signs, the shouting, the boasting. But the dangerous ones, the sophisticated predators, operate in the silence. When you ignore these 3 signs, you hand over the keys to your sanity. Psychological predators smell your hesitation. To them, your kindness looks like submission. By the end of this video, you will not only see them, you will know exactly how to dismantle their control. The sophisticated narcissist does not want to fight you. They want to absorb you. They want to erase your identity and replace it with a version that serves them. Today, we go deep into the 3 core habits of these individuals. We will strip away their mask, and for each habit, I will give you the weapon, the specific psychological defense, to stop them cold. Habit number 1, absolute infallibility. The sophisticated narcissist operates under a delusion that they are the center of the moral universe. They are never wrong. If reality contradicts them, they attack reality. Understand this mechanic. To a normal person, admitting a mistake is a way to learn. It is a sign of maturity. To a narcissist, admitting a mistake is a psychological death. It is a sign of weakness they cannot afford. If you present them with facts, they will not argue the facts. They will argue your tone. They will argue your timing. They will argue your intent. They will say, "I only did that because you stressed me out," or "You always bring this up when I am tired." Do you see what happened? The conversation shifted from their action to your reaction. They have successfully rewritten history in real time. They are the victim of your unreasonable standards. This leaves you exhausted. You spend hours explaining basic logic to an adult who refuses to understand. You are trying to play chess with a pigeon. They knock over the pieces, defecate on the board, and strut around like they won. Here is how you weaponize this against them. You must use strategic indifference. Stop trying to convince them. Stop trying to get closure or an admission of guilt. You will never get it. When they deny reality, do not fight. Instead, you look at them with 0 emotion. You become a gray rock. You say, "I hear your perspective. However, the facts remain." This is the key. You act on the facts, not their words. If they claim they didn't agree to a deadline, do not argue. Simply execute the consequence of missing the deadline. If they claim they didn't insult you, do not argue. Simply leave the room. You punish the behavior by removing your attention. You stop feeding them the emotional reaction they are harvesting. When their infallibility meets your indifference, they starve. Habit number 2, weaponized dismissiveness. This is the most subtle and damaging habit. It is the slow poison. They do not just ignore your boundaries, they trample them to test your strength. It starts small. You tell them you hate it when they are late. They show up 15 minutes late, smiling with a vague excuse. You tell them not to call you during work hours. They call at 10 in the morning for something urgent that is actually trivial. This is not forgetfulness. This is a dominance test. They are checking to see if your words have weight. If you accept the lateness, if you answer the call, you have signaled that your boundaries are suggestions, not rules. They dismiss your achievements. You get a promotion. They say, "It's about time," or "You're too sensitive." They treat your emotions as an inconvenience. This creates a dynamic where you are constantly seeking their approval, constantly trying to prove your worth. You become a beggar in your own house. If you do not push back, they own you. They condition you to accept crumbs. How do you defend against this? With radical enforcement. Words mean nothing to a predator, only actions translate. You must stop explaining why your boundary exists. Explaining is a form of negotiation. You do not negotiate your self-respect. If they are late, you leave. You do not text them. You do not wait. You leave. When they ask why, you say, "I waited. You weren't there. I moved on." If they insult you or dismiss your feelings, you end the interaction immediately. "I will not be spoken to that way." And you hang up. You walk away. There is no anger in this. There is no shouting. It is cold, hard cause and effect. They will call you crazy. They will call you rigid. Let them. This is the weaponization of your self-worth. You are teaching them that access to you is a privilege, not a right. If they cannot respect the gate, they do not get into the castle. Habit number 3, the victim shift. This is their masterstroke. This is where they break your mind. When you finally catch them, when you have the evidence, the texts, the proof of their betrayal, they instantly become the victim. They twist the narrative until you are apologizing for their betrayal. Let's say you catch them lying. Instead of apologizing for the lie, they attack you for checking on them. "How could you violate my privacy? You don't trust me. I can't be with someone who is so paranoid." Suddenly, the conversation is about your paranoia, not their lie. They use your empathy against you. They will cry. They will talk about their traumatic childhood. They will claim they are depressed. They will do anything to trigger your instinct to save them. They weaponize your own morality. They know you are a good person. They know you want to be fair. So they accuse you of being unfair to put you on the defensive. While you are busy defending your character, they are escaping the consequences of their actions. It is a magic trick. Look at this hand, while the other hand stabs you. The defense here is simple but difficult. It requires ice in your veins. It is the broken record. You must refuse to accept the new script. When they shift the blame, you bring it right back. You do not defend yourself. You do not answer their accusations. They say, "You're paranoid." You say, "That is not the issue. The issue is that you lied." They say, "I've been under so much stress lately, you don't understand." You say, "I understand stress, but the issue is that you lied." You repeat the core fact over and over again. You do not let them derail the train. They will escalate. They will get louder. They may storm off. Let them go. By refusing to defend yourself against false accusations, you strip them of their power. You are telling them, "Your manipulation does not work here. I see you." These 3 habits, absolute infallibility, weaponized dismissiveness, and the victim shift, are not accidents. They are a survival strategy for a person who cannot sustain a genuine self. But now you have the map. You know that their infallibility masks a fragile ego. You know their dismissiveness is a test. You know their victimhood is a trap. Knowledge is only potential power. Execution is real power. The next time you encounter this behavior, do not react with emotion. React with strategy. Observe them, predict them, and then deny them the fuel they crave. When you stop playing their game, you start living your life. You reclaim the sanity they tried to steal. If this briefing gave you clarity, do not just watch, act. Join the Legion. We build armor here. Leave a comment below. Which of these 3 habits have you seen? Name it. Exposing it is the first step to defeating it. Stay stoic, stay sharp, subscribe to the Legion.